Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's edition of Game, a sport talk show with Sirmayor, Lex, and YK. This is a place where we'll give to you everything that is happening in the world of sports. My name still remains the same, Ogunton Omaiwa, popularly known as Sirmayor.
Abadura.
As Abadurako. And as you can see on the screen, the dreaded man. Let's pause me. Lex, how are you doing this evening?
Very well.
Yeah. How has been your day so far? Wow. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Chelsea and Arsenal played yesterday. It was a tough match for Chelsea. No Odegaard for Arsenal, and Chelsea start. Madam Sir, we are going to also, if we can't talk about the match this evening, we'll definitely talk about the match on Wednesday, as it were, or anytime we come live on this program. Okay, Lex, Lex, there is this. I want us to start our program with this match. There is this goal that I saw of recent. You understand, and I really want us to talk about it. You understand, but before we talk about it, I want to show the viewers out there the what we wanted to talk about. Just stick around, watch this.
We're into the final 5 minutes. Wants to chip it in, and then and it just had to be Bessar Berisha. Love him or hate him, you just cannot.
All right, welcome back from that short clip. Lex, I believe we just watched the video, and it's quite funny. It's quite funny for you to celebrate. Even with the fans, you celebrated with the fans, and the lights man just spoiled the mood. So at first, Lex, I want to ask, what is the goal an offside? Because to me, it wasn't an offside.
Well, for everybody who understands football or rules of football, rules of engagement in football, everyone will see clearly, at least from our point of view. I'm sure if VR was present in that game, VR would have called that goal, that situation as a goal. That's never an offside, because I watched closely and I saw the closest opponent to that player actually was the one that kept the guy onside rather. So the fact that the lineman, maybe he saw him at first before the pass was played that it was offside, that's why he raised the flag. But if VR was present in that game, it's never an offside in a million years. It's never an offside.
Wow, fantastic! In fact, that was just a short clip of what happened in the match. We don't know, maybe of course, due to the celebration, you understand that it was yes, that's exactly what I wanted to say. It must have been an important goal.
It's either the goal was important to the team or it was important to the player, but it was a very important goal.
Very, very important goal for the players, as it were. You understand? But it's quite unfortunate that the linesman just spoiled the party.
I believe it was because of situations like this that VR was invented. VR, marginal offside technology and all of that. They were invented exception. Chelsea, Barcelona. So I think 2000 was it 2009?
2009. Yeah. Chelsea, Barcelona.
Yeah, Chelsea, Barcelona. Just so that situations like that will not happen again. We've seen interesting situations like that in football where an obvious foul or obvious offside or obvious in situations that should not stand in football stood simply because there was no third eye to look at it, or there was nobody to call the officials to order. So that's why it has become important that VAR becomes very effective and it cuts across everywhere where football is played. So that situations like this could mean a lot for the club. For example, imagine that was the last game of the season where this team is fighting to avoid relegation, or particular goal would actually mean that they win the league or they make top 4 or something like that. Very important situation. And then the linesman wrongly raises the flag. This would eat the team. It would hurt the players. And the only thing the PGMOL would do is to come and the only thing they will do is to come out and apologize.
Yes. That's exactly what they do.
Apology no longer solves anything. No longer puts anything right. What is done is done. It's not like the game can be called back to come and be replayed. No, what is done is done. So I think this situation in football should really be mitigated against. Linesmen should do their part well, referees should do their part well, and VAR should do their part well, because everybody is supposed to come together and ensure that stuff like this do not happen in football.
Fantastic analysis from Lex Bosimi. Fantastic analysis from Lex Bosimi. Well, it's quite unfortunate, that match has been played. What happened in the match has happened. You understand, but but that's why I believe VAR is very, very important in football. Well, there are some people that doesn't like VAR. Come to think of it,
it is because of the application.
It's not favoring them, Abi.
No, it is because of the application, not because it's not favoring them. You see, technology or the truth is no respecter of anyone. That's why if you see the statue of that is used in court, the Lady Justice is blindfolded.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is no respecter of anyone. If you are offside, it doesn't matter if you are Barcelona or you are QPR, you are offside. If you are onside, you are onside. And that's how the technology is supposed to be applied. But where the problem lies with the technology is the fact that it is still humans that operate the technology.
Thank you.
Human error still comes into the application of the technology. We've had a lot of complaints in the Premier League where VAR will do rubbish. And okay, look, for example, I think it was last season or 2 seasons ago, Tottenham Liverpool.
Okay.
Where Luis Diaz scored a goal, and VAR told there was some kind of miscommunication with the VAR and the referee on the pitch, and the goal was ruled out for offside. And eventually the goal was offside. And that particular game affected the outcome of Liverpool's season. So it is always the application of the technology that is the problem, not actually the technology, because the technology does not respect anyone. But when the application is wrong, when the individuals behind the technology is not applying it well, then it becomes a problem. That's where the problem lies.
But Lex, come to think of it. Thank God that we are now digressing to VAR matter. You understand? But I want you to know something, which I want to believe that you also know, that VAR is just to show the referee of what happened before an incident or a goal. You understand? It is the referee that will, give the final, verdict, or as it were. You understand? It is the referee that will say, okay, this is not a foul, before the goal,
But
or this is a foul?
This is where the difference lies, right? When on the pitch of play, we
Okay.
can't stop every situation for the ref to go and check. It's not possible.
You know,
This
yeah,
game
right,
is going
right.
to be boring. It's
Alright.
going to be boring. It's going to be mechanical. There's no fluidity and all of that. That is why VR does not call the referee to go and see every infraction on the pitch. So they give advice. Okay, now what I've blown here is an offside. What do you think? Is this an offside or this is not an offside? The VR team tells him, no, this is not an offside, and by this margin. Or if it is debatable, they ask him to go and check the screen.
The screen.
That is when the decision is debatable. But if it's not debatable and it's straightforward, and maybe the referee has gotten it wrong on the pitch and they advise him, he goes straight and go with what VR has told him. So referees don't always go to the screen, so the game does not become child's play.
Sorry for cutting you short. That come to think of it, I don't like the idea of VAR telling the referee without the referee not looking at the screen. You understand? It is the duty for the referee to look at the screen, because there are some things that the VAR saw that the referee did not see. Now, it is necessary to me. I'm just trying to. For me, it is necessary for the VAR to say, okay, referee, for confirmation, just go and check the screen. We will play it back for you to confirm whether the incident happened or not. You understand? But I don't like the idea of you telling the referee that the incident happened or it did not happen. Why the referee did not?
Maybe you forgot. That the three men behind the VAR are also trained referees. I think
I know.
The three of them behind the VR technology are also very trained referees. So they also have their time on the pitch as well. So it means what they are saying from a referee's eye. So you can't say that the referee on the pitch cannot trust them. So instead of asking the referee to go and see the screen, they advise him. This is what we are saying. This is what we advise. No, this call, I think this call needs to be checked. This call is wrong. This is not an offside. This is not a goal. This is not a foul. This is not a red card or a yellow card, or this is a red card or a yellow card. They can advise him. There's nothing wrong with that. This takes us away from getting the game to be mechanical. When we keep stopping for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 1 minute, at every point of infraction in the game becomes very boring. There's no fluidity. It doesn't become fluid anymore. When at 5 minutes, if there was an infraction, the ref has to go to the screen. At 7 minutes, there was an infraction, the ref has to go to the screen. At 10 minutes, there was an infraction, the ref has to go to the screen. And at every point like that, till the end of the game, people will stand up. People will leave.
I understand.
People will leave. Even we watching on the screen, we will leave.
TV.
We will stand up and leave. We'll turn it off and do something else. We go and boil beans. It's going to be a waste of our time if we sit down and we keep watching the ref. It's going to become the referee's show, no longer the player's showcase. So that's why I believe they don't always advise the referee to go and see the screen. That's why they give him advice and he runs with the advice. And that's the best way to actually look at it.
Well, many people have different opinion on the VAR. You understand? Many people have different opinion on the VAR. But we just have to move on. You understand? We don't plan for us talking about VAR. You understand? But it just happened. It happens like that in every program. Lex, for see me. Liverpool won. 5-2 on Saturday. That was a fantastic performance from Liverpool.
There was nothing fantastic about it. Fantastic about that performance.
Lex. I knew Liverpool is going to win West Ham. I knew.
West Ham are a rubbish team.
But I never expected Liverpool to score 5 goals. 5 goals. I never expected Liverpool to score 5 goals. What's your take about that, Lex?
A season or 2 seasons ago, Liverpool met West Ham like 4 times in a season, and every time in that encounter, Liverpool scored
Liverpool
at
won.
least 4 goals.
4 goals. Wow,
Liverpool
fantastic.
scored at least.
Okay, I remember
at
a
least
match. Yeah,
4
I
goals.
remember a match that Liverpool scored.
So
Yeah.
in three of the last 50 something games, right? West Ham has only won once.
Hmm.
In the last 50 something games against Liverpool with the two teams, West Ham have only won once, just one win.
That's poor.
So it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a surprise that Liverpool won that game. But if you watch that game, if you saw that game, you realize that Liverpool should continue playing like that. Champions League will expose their yash. More serious teams. It's true. It's true. If you look at that game, if you see that game very well, you will know that Liverpool played. Two soft goals were scored by West Ham. And they could have scored more. They could have scored more. Liverpool keep doing that every game, and they expect a different result. West Ham was just poor. If they had converted most of their chances, they would have won that. In fact, from first half, they would have won that game from first half. If they converted most of their chances, but they didn't. And of course, football is a game of chance. If you cannot take your chances, the team you are playing, if they get a chance and they take it, you are done. It's as simple as that. But I personally will not be carried away by that result because the performance was poor. The performance was below par. The performance was nothing. West Ham dominated first half. What about that? West Ham dominated first half. West Ham dominated Liverpool. Liverpool spent almost £400 million
on
in
players
the summer.
Yeah.
And West Ham dominated Liverpool. Liverpool's last game, they were dominated from first half till the end of second half. They keep playing like that, and they expect that the results will keep coming by luck. I'm sorry, I need to say
It's not possible.
and Slot, I think, as the team has outgrown him. Last season, he did well. Last season, he did well because he did not change a lot about the team. He only brought in a few things, a few tweaks here and there, and it works.
It works,
right?
Yeah.
But this season, he intended to implement fully his own ideologies, and it's not been working.
It's not working.
It's not been working at all. It's not been working. A lot of players are playing, they are underplaying, they are not playing to their strength. He has not promoted any young player in that team.
Yeah. Come
Any
to think of it,
academic player. He has not. People are complaining that he's not using this guy. What's his name again? Rio Ngomoa.
Okay.
Using that guy well. Yes. And you had what's his name? You had this guy, this our winger. You had him playing week in, week out, and always giving you rubbish for the Gakpo.
Okay. He scored yesterday, by the way.
It was a deflection. He keeps playing week in, week out, and he keeps playing rubbish. And you kept him, and you always keep him on the pitch. Whereas Rio Ngomoya is a player who is ready to express himself. He's ready to go all the way. He's ready to take on players. He's ready to do quite a number of things on the pitch. He's expressive. He wants to do things on the pitch, but you're not giving him the chance. There is no academy player that has been promoted or that we can say has had a good season with Liverpool this season. None. Zero. None.
And that's poor. That's poor.
That's very poor. That's not the Liverpool way. The Liverpool way will always be include young players. Young players from the academy. Bring them into the team. Let them experience the first team, even if it is 5 minutes per game or 10 minutes or 15 minutes per game. Let them experience it. But a lot of the times, you just keep running with his team and hoping that things will change. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. The only reason that Liverpool has been getting results, sometimes when that losing streak ended, one Liverpool fan was telling me, now we thank God the losing streak. I was telling them, Do you think Liverpool's woes for the season has ended? If you think Liverpool's woe has ended, then it means you don't understand this team. You don't understand the way this team is playing, and you don't understand the struggles of this team. That Liverpool team is playing subpar. It's playing below par. They are not playing. If they meet a serious team in the Champions League, they are going to be beating blue-black.
You are right.
Blue-black.
You are right.
They will not advance with that kind of football. That football is he get Pepe. Pepe they enter my eye watching that Liverpool team.
Wow, Liverpool scored 5 goals, and Mohamed Salah, who happens to be the all-time goal scorer of Liverpool, did not score. That's surprising to me, Lex. It's surprising. But you know, it happens like that in football. Whereby your top striker or your top scorer will not score. Why you have so many goals?
This season.
He's struggling.
And it has had a lot to do with the ideology that is being implemented this season, right? If you notice, in the same season, Gakpo has also dropped form. It means that our wing has become ineffective. Liverpool's wing has become ineffective. They are no longer producing the numbers that they would usually produce. That is what it means. And it means, and that is not, that I cannot blame it on players. Honestly, I think the problem is with the coach and his tactics. If you notice, the reason Liverpool's wings, Salah, Mane, and everyone who have played on Liverpool's wings has been very successful before the arrival of Ancelotti has been because the team plays through them. Liverpool plays through their wings. The team plays through them, and out of nowhere, you want to break that, you want to change that, you want to bring in your own idea. That's normal with new coaches and all of that. I understand that. But at the same time, we'll also notice that the morale within this team has dropped. The morale within that team has dropped. Players who would always give you their top-notch performance are now giving you 4.5 rating.
Yeah, that's 4.5 is poor. It's poor.
And these are the people that there are some. You know, it's normal that when you come to a team, you pinpoint the strongest of the players and you try to play through them. You know that as a coach, when you see, this person can give me results, you try to play through. Look at last season now. Salah told the coach, he told him, give me the freedom to operate and I'll give you the goals and the assists that you need. Look at what happened. It was the highest goal scorer, it was the highest assist provider. Yes, he won both last season. And after that kind of season, this season you decided not to play through him. How does that work? It doesn't make sense. Until that guy leaves this Liverpool team, he is a part of this team.
Of course.
So if you can play through him, you should play through him. You should play through him.
Fantastic analysis from Lex. Lex, I want us to dive into, during the weekend, last Friday as it were, the round of 16 draws in the UEFA Champions League fixture was out, and then we'll be talking about it after this short break. Just stick around, guys. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Jonas Concept. At Jonas Concept, we are expert in installation of steelwork, carport, car cover, collapsible, automated shutter, panel mesh, handrail, and flower pot spraying. You can contact us on this following number: 290-5734-9791, or follow us on YouTube or subscribe to our YouTube at Jonas Concept. Jonas Concept, expert in installation of steelwork.
Welcome back from that short break. This is your favorite show, Game of Gaming, Sport Talk Show with Sirmayor, Lex, and YK. Before we went on the short break, we already talked about Liverpool and their performances. We also talked about dive into VAR. We digress a little bit into VAR, the advantages and also the disadvantages of VAR. But right about now, we quickly want to give to you the fixtures of the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League that came out on last Friday as it were. On the screen, you are seeing on the screen, Galatasaray is playing Liverpool. Galatasaray is playing Liverpool. Our Liverpool correspondent is here, but we are still going to talk about that. You understand? We'll talk about that. So Galatasaray, Liverpool, Newcastle, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham, Atalanta versus Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal, PSG versus Chelsea, Bodo Glimt versus Sporting Lisbon, and Real Madrid and Manchester City. That will be the first leg of the UEFA Champions League that will be played on the 10th and on the 11th of March this month that we are on the 10th and on the 11th of March. Lex, you are the Liverpool correspondent in this on this program. Don't mind me. We already talked about Liverpool. You understand? On the first half of the show, we already talked about Liverpool. But Liverpool is playing Galatasaray. They are going to Galatasaray to play the first leg at home. And looking at the Galatasaray performance this season, especially with the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, they've been doing very, very well. To me, I'm seeing Liverpool going to Galatasaray Stadium on the 10th of this month to claim a point. Draw. What's your take about that?
Galatasaray will be looking at their last performance against Liverpool, where they won 1-0. That's in the league phase of the Champions League. They won 1-0, and their performance that night will be something they will remember and they will want to recreate. But this is what I think. Once bitten, twice shy. I believe that Liverpool as a team will not want that to happen. It will be unheard of that Galatasaray is the one that knocked Liverpool out of the Champions League. It will be unheard of. And I strongly believe that Liverpool will claim maximum points home and away. That's a belief. But football is a very funny game. Yeah.
Very.
And unexpected, right? If they play that same way, honestly, I don't see how they will come out of that game on space. Galatasaray will fancy their chances, but I also know that Liverpool has what it takes to win that game on home and away. I believe that. Of course. But will they play to win home and away? Well, that remains for us to see. But as a fan, I am hoping that they will win that game.
Fantastic. Let's quickly dive down to Newcastle United and Barcelona. You understand? And by the way, before we talk about Newcastle United and Barcelona, we'll be predicting. You understand? We'll predict for the first leg. I have predicted a draw in the first leg. What are you predicting, Lex? Galatasaray, Liverpool.
I predict 2-0 in favor of Liverpool. Or 0-2. That's 0-2, yeah.
That's 0-2. All right. So let's go to Newcastle Barcelona. Newcastle Barcelona will also be, to me, well, don't let us write down Newcastle because they might surprise us in this UEFA Champions League.
I'll write them up. Newcastle is a very stupid team.
They might surprise us, Lex.
I'm waiting for the surprise. See, as far as I'm concerned, Newcastle will only get 1 goal in both legs. 1 goal. Barcelona will finish them.
You said that to Lex today.
Yes.
It's been recorded though. And our viewers out there are watching you.
Yes. Newcastle, very stupid team. Do you know they lost their last Premier League game? Newcastle. I said, very rubbish.
Well, the first leg, because Newcastle is at home, you understand? Because Newcastle is at home, and looking at Barcelona record this season, I mean, in the UEFA Champions League, I can't talk about their league. In the UEFA Champions League, they struggle a little bit in away, any away game. Barcelona do struggle in away game. So this season, yeah.
No worry.
I'm also predicting a draw in that match. A draw.
No worry. You go see cupboard. You go see cupboard. Maybe not draw a predict. You go see cupboard. They go flog them. Barcelona will flog Newcastle.
Your prediction, Lex?
Barcelona will win that game first leg. Also 2-0.
All right, fantastic. Let's dive down into the third fixtures that will happen on the 10th of March. That's next week, Tuesday. On the 10th of March, let's talk about that. So, the third game is Atletico Madrid against Tottenham. Atletico Madrid against Tottenham. That would be, to me, well, it's just an easy fixtures for Atletico Madrid, because Tottenham, to me, has been poor. Even look at where Tottenham are on the Premier League table. Very, very poor. Very, very. They have been poor this season. You understand? So to me, I'm predicting Atletico Madrid should win that game. Easy peasy. Your own prediction, Lex?
And Tottenham is like the elder brother of Newcastle. In this their rubbish game. It's like the elder brother of Newcastle. They don't have any sense at all. That team. I wonder what this is like the third. Is this not the third coach they will be using this season?
Yeah. No, second.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait and see. There's nothing they can do. They cannot win that game. They cannot. If they like, they go to Guinea-Bissau or Ghana to go and
football is funny. Football is funny.
We will laugh, no problem. Don't worry.
Football is very funny, Lex. Hey, they
cannot win.
I predicted Atletico to win the first leg, right? But they might shock us. They might shock both of us. They might shock both of us. Atletico will win both legs.
Yes, since actually there's another weapon that Atletico added in this generation, and that's Ademola Lookman.
Lookman, yeah, fantastic, and he has done well, exceptionally well.
The way he has been playing, he has become a fan favorite. In how many months? In less than 2 months, he has become a fan favorite. And you are saying that I dey wait now. Back to touchdown.
But let's quickly talk about Lookman. Lookman has been, in fact, the way Lookman plays, he is playing as if he has been training for Atletico Madrid players for a very long time. And whereas he joined them this January and he has been doing exceptionally well. Even Diego Simeone loved him so very well. He loved him, he likes to, play Ademola Lookman, he has in fact, to me, Lex is one of the favorite player of the coach, as it were. Or what's your take about Ademola Lookman?
Not only the coach, also the players and the fans. He has become a fan favorite. In 2 months,
yeah.
He has become Anyways, there's one thing they say, that if you are good enough, you are old enough. And if you are good enough, nothing can actually stop you. Ademola Lookman has been fantastic for Atalanta. Was it Atalanta?
Yeah, Atalanta.
Fantastic for Atalanta, for Nigeria, and for anywhere he plays. He puts in his best. He does his best. He produces results, goals, assists, and all of that. He does what he needs to do on the pitch as a winger, and it just shows us that this guy is actually the real deal. He doesn't go to a new place, and the fact that Atalanta actually disrespected him with the old rubbish that they did, I think it was funny. They had a good player. the same thing they did with Osimhen at Napoli.
Napoli.
That was the same thing they did. So I wonder what their problem is in that side of the world. But whatever it is, one man's loss is another man's gain. He's at Atletico at the moment and he's doing absolutely well. Good luck to them.
Fantastic. And that will be the last game on Tuesday, the 10th of March. And on Wednesday, Bayer Leverkusen will play Arsenal. That's a straight win. No go area. That's a straight win, no go area. Lex.
Straight win, Abi. Is it for Bayer Leverkusen?
No go area. That's straight win for Arsenal.
Straight win for Leverkusen, Abi.
No, for Arsenal now. For Arsenal now. For Leverkusen. Do you remember Lex? Did you remember we also talked about a little bit about Bayer Leverkusen this season? They've been poor.
Yes.
In one of our previous they've been poor. So it won't be a surprise to me if Arsenal will even trash them. Let's forget about easy peasy. No analysis about that, Lex. Abi, you have one or two to say.
Me, I just want to say that for the fun of it, I want Arsenal to lose. For the fun of it, I know Arsenal fans will come for me, but for the fun of it, I want Arsenal to lose.
Yeah, another match that we played on the 11th of this month is Bodo Glimt versus Sporting Lisbon. See, Lex, Bodo Glimt this season in the UEFA Champions League, they've done well. As in, I don't know. They've done well, and guess what? They might won this match against Sporting Lisbon. I'm even rooting for them. Bodo Glimt to win this first leg because they are at home. Yours? Your take?
I think I'm far away from your opinion. Bodo has done well. I'm surprised at their resilience in the Champions League this season. They've done really well, and I hope that we can see more surprises from them. Yes. So yeah, I'm rooting for them as well. I want them to go farther than they already have. And I'm sure the money will be good for them as well. They will need the money.
Of course. Now, we now have two different matches that we should, talk about. But we only have like 5 minutes before the end of this show. So I don't know how we are going to squeeze these two great matches. Real Madrid against Manchester City and PSG against Chelsea. You understand? But let's first of all talk about Real Madrid against Manchester City. This will be the 4th time these two teams are getting married in the UEFA Champions League. In fact, the 4th time they are meeting upon meeting. You understand? And Real Madrid has the most upper hand in this fixture, you understand? But of recent, Manchester City have
done their part,
of recent they've done their part. But in this fixture, I am rooting for Manchester City to win the first leg. Though Real Madrid is at home, but I'm rooting for Manchester City to win the first leg. Your take, Lex?
Well, like you said, it's a fixture that has garnered interest from all over the world in the last couple of years. Because they keep meeting and all of that. But recently, I think last season they met again last season, and Manchester City was able to trump them. Before last season, the Real Madrid has always come. I think the season Man City won the Champions League as well. They met that season.
Yeah.
They met that season as well.
That was 2 seasons ago.
Yes. So I for the sake of the fun in football, this one I'm not talking with emotion because nothing concerns Manchester City. And I would want both ways. I want them to have a draw. Then let's come and see what you can do in England. Let's see what you can do at the Etihad Stadium. That's what I would like. A draw.
Okay, for the first leg you are predicting draw. Why I'm also predicting Manchester City to win the first leg. Okay, so now let's talk about Chelsea PSG or PSG Chelsea as it were, because PSG Chelsea is going to PSG's stadium to play the first leg. PSG.
I think you as a Chelsea player, as a Chelsea fan, I think you are scared of this fixture.
I'm not scared.
I believe you are scared, and you know why? You know why I think you are scared. I know that you know that last season was not even close to Chelsea's best season ever.
Okay.
It wasn't close, but it was last season that you achieved one of the peak or the highest you can achieve. The game against PSG at the Club World Cup final was a game that everybody believed that PSG would win.
We trashed Chelsea.
Hands down. Right? And what happened? PSG lost that game in the most important game of it all. But now, the reason I feel like every Chelsea fan should be scared or should be worried for this game is once beaten, twice shy. Chelsea was the only team that was able to trump PSG's attacking form last season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? Yeah.
And even if they are not doing well in any game so far this season, this particular game, they would want to do well. This particular game, they would want to do well. And that's why I feel like Chelsea as a team and Chelsea fans should be worried, because they actually have what it takes to trump Chelsea. Let's not deceive ourselves. They have what it takes to trump Chelsea. But like we have said several times, football is a very funny game. It's a very interesting game.
Very fun. Very fun.
That you have all it takes, that you have all you need on paper, does not mean you're actually going to win the game. But at the same time, I believe that this game is going to be very interesting. And I feel like the first leg, PSG will win.
Well, that's your own prediction. The first leg for me, Chelsea is going there to draw. Chelsea is going to PSG Stadium to draw. So in Stamford Bridge, we will now finish them.
At
Stamford Bridge, we will finish them. But we are going there to draw. We are going there to draw. I see this Chelsea team. You know, there's one thing I noticed about this Chelsea team under our new coach, Liam Rosano. They are ready to play for this manager. I don't know, they quickly find it easy to, have this rapport. The manager and the player, they have this rapport, and the players are ready to play for the manager. You understand? So I want to believe going to PSG, they will respect PSG. If there's an opportunity to win the game, Chelsea will definitely win the game. But my own belief is that Chelsea is going there to draw, depending on the outcome of the game. We are going there to draw. Stamford Bridge will do the needful.
That might be a good tactic. Maybe go there to draw and then lure them back to Stamford Bridge and then win the game. Well, if it works, fine. But a game of football, you can't set out to draw or to lose. Your target should be to win. Yeah, your target should be to win. And if you can win, definitely you should. But if you can win and because your mentality is to go there and draw, then what if they win? What if you concede when you are not supposed to? So I believe
that's another angle.
The idea should be, if we perish, this game, we want to win it. That should be the idea, in my opinion. But I still feel like PSG would not win that game. Will win that game rather, and then we'll see what they can do at the Stamford Bridge. I don't think they'll win at Stamford Bridge, but I believe they will win at Park Defences.
Wow, fantastic analysis from Lex at Bossini, and also a fantastic prediction from Lex. Though our prediction is somehow You know, he's predicting PSG to win, while I'm also predicting Chelsea to draw. For the Chelsea fans that are watching this program, don't be disappointed that I'm choosing Chelsea to draw because we are not playing at Stamford Bridge. And we know that this season, our away games, though at the beginning of the season, our games we always won our away game under Enzo Maresca, but you know, this season, of recent, as it were, we've not been doing well. You know, we've been losing and we've been sharing the points. You know, but I want to believe next week Tuesday on the 10th, you guys will enjoy the UEFA Champions League matches that will be played on Tuesdays and Wednesday respectively. You will enjoy it, and we'll come back here to also talk about or analyze on the matches that went down. And we are so sorry we couldn't give you the fixtures of the matches that went down this week. We couldn't do that, but we'll be showing you on the screen of every matches that goes down. As you can see on the screen, we'll be giving you everything that happens in the world of football this week. Let's pursue me. I want to say a very big thank you for joining this program. I want to say a very, very, very big thank you to you. Yeah, and for the viewers out there, thank you for joining us on this show. Please do well to comment. Do well to also subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on all our social media platform. Lex, thank you very much once again. And like I always say, don't drink and drive. Just stay safe out there. And let's keep praying for the world. Because there are some missiles that are going up and down. You know, between the United States and but let's keep praying for the world, and let's pray for peace, and peace shall be ours. Lex, once again, Thank you very much. The viewers out there, thank you very much. Bye bye.